Hello everyone, this is Alana from the Brantford Public Library. I'm here to share some reading recommendations from library staff and customers. We do this so you have an opportunity to hear about what we're reading and hopefully give you some ideas of what to read next. The staff recommendation today comes from Anna.
Hi there, it's Anna from the library, and I want to tell you about a book I really enjoyed called After the End by Clare Mackintosh. You may be familiar with Clare Mackintosh by her very well-known thrillers like I Let You Go or Let Me Lie. This book is a bit of a departure from her usual style. This is a family story. It's about the marriage of Max and Pip and their role as parents. The novel begins in a sad way, as Max and Pip face the realities of having a very sick child. Life and death decisions have to be made, and there is a lot of pain and conflict for the couple. This is a very self-reflective part of the story. You can't help but put yourself into their shoes and ask yourself, what would I do in this situation? Then the second half of the book has an abrupt change of tone and format. It gives you alternating realities of how life would have panned out for Max and Pip if they had made other choices. It is a really thoughtful look at how our daily decisions can send our lives into totally different directions. If you are in a book club or enjoy doing a buddy read with a good friend, I would really recommend this book. It will provide you with rich conversation, lots to think about, lots to talk about. It will be available this fall as a book club in a bag set that you can borrow from the library. But for now, you can get it in single copies and in various different formats. We have it as a regular print book, a large print edition, and both ebook and downloadable audio formats through both Libby and Cloud Library. Lots of choices for you. If you are like me and find it fascinating to consider where the road not taken might have led, I would also recommend a book by Taylor Jenkins Reid called Maybe in Another Life. It explores the same possibilities but through an entirely different storyline. I hope that you'll put After the End on your summer reading list. It's a great book to lose yourself in.
Thank you, Anna. Today we have 2 customer reviews. The first one comes from Kelly, who's reviewed the book Mrs. Everything by Jennifer Weiner. She says, this story follows the lives of 2 sisters, Bethy and Jo, from their childhood in 1950s Detroit and through the following decades until present-day 2016. You see them come of age in the tumultuous 1960s, and what happens then shapes the path their lives follow, and not always in the way you'd expect. This story is gripping, hard to put down, and leaves you thinking, can anyone really be Mrs. Everything? Thank you, Kelly. This novel has gotten a lot of really good reviews and gotten mostly 4 stars on websites like Goodreads and our library's catalog. In a 2019 interview with Marie Claire magazine, Jennifer Weiner describes the novel as her most ambitious book yet. In that interview, she was asked what inspired her to write Mrs. Everything, and she answers, the 2016 election. Like many women, I thought we were going to wake up the morning after Election Day in one America, and instead we all woke up in another America. I wanted to write a book that spoke to women's issues and looked at women's history and talked about where we've been and where we are now and where we need to go next. With this one, I wanted to consider the whole span of history. Weiner is a self-described feminist who's written dozens of books and essays. So if you're interested in reading her novel, we have it available in print and through our ebook platforms. Our second review comes from Cassandra, who's reviewed the book Becoming by Michelle Obama. She says, an inspiring and modest memoir from Michelle Obama. She takes you with her through the journey of her upbringing, school life, work, and of course, meeting Barack and being America's First Lady. An honest and uncommon look into her life, showing you the woman she is behind the public eye. An uplifting read, leaving you feeling empowered and inspired by her drive, strength, and humanity. Thank you, Cassandra. I'm actually in the process of reading this book myself, and I'm really enjoying it. I've heard nothing but good things about it. The reviews have been almost all positive. And I think no matter where you stand on the political spectrum, whether you agreed with her husband's politics or not, you could get something out of this book. Because I know people on both sides of the aisle and they just loved it. So if you're interested in it, we do have multiple copies in print and online that you can reserve. If you've previously read this book or any of the books mentioned in this video, please let us know in a few words what you thought of it. You'll be entered into the Adult Summer Reading Prize Draw.